A couple of weeks ago, I went to a poetry reading for the first time in about 15 years, and I read my stuff. And they read their stuff, and it was good stuff. And I thought their stuff was better than my stuff. But someone came up to me after the meeting and said, I have a distinct voice. And I thought, maybe I do. Everyone has a place in life. And I know right now where my place is. See, you can write about love and insomnia and trains and desire and Monsanto and injustice and the wage gap and colloquialisms and fishing and cancer and the earth and baking a poem and someone stealing your poems, and I'll write about s'mores in the 99-cent store. I'm the inconsequential poet, the homogenized, pasteurized, Disneyfied poet. I'm the poet that makes you all look better. With my stuff, no one has to think too much. No one is offended. No one is disturbed. You can warm your hands on my words like a fireplace with a blizzard howling outside. You see, my problem is that I am shy and introverted. I don't think I'm a good poet. I don't think I'm a good writer. I don't think I'm a good person either. When I was 13 at the Baptist Military School, the teacher stood at the chalkboard and wrote down all the stuff you do to get into heaven and all the stuff you do to get into hell. And I decided right then and there I was probably going to hell. I didn't want to. That's just, I wasn't going to do those things that get you into heaven. There was this thought that got planted inside of me at that moment that I might not be the protagonist of this novel. Maybe I'm the villain, the Vader, the Voldemort, the Dark Ventini, the vegetated zombies looking at your brains and licking their lips. But I don't want to hurt anyone, so I don't go out at all. I just sit in my bedroom with the door locked and play Xbox in my underwear. And when I do see you, I try to say as little as possible, but my insecurities leak out the sides of our conversations like tiny geysers of radioactive mist lactating from the teats at San Onofre. When I heard you that night read your poems, I went home. And I wrote with my eyes closed without thinking about it. Then I stopped, and I couldn't sleep. I laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, when I heard it. Her, the sound of her syllables. She whispered her pentameters. They resonated against my alliterations. I felt the plot points on the inside of my illusions stand on end. She lowered herself onto me and embraced my fragilities, caressed my disorganized random fragments, painted little wet kisses up and down my loose endings, rubbed my incoherencies, tugged at my inconsistencies. I grabbed her by the metaphors, slipped into her warm, fleshy conceit. We started rhyming in couplets, wrapping ourselves around the epiphanies, thrusting in meter time, until the rapture of antithesis, I lose my identity inside of her allegories at my laptop with my eyes closed, ejaculating stream of consciousness that I'll make sense of later. I didn't write this. It was conceived in a coupling outside my mind. It was not constructed. This is reproduction. This is what my voice sounds like. Everyone has a voice. And when you do not listen, it festers deep down inside of you and rips apart your psyche like a gremlin on the wing of an airplane, slashing at the engines with its claws and tearing out the wiring. Everyone has a voice. It speaks in a tongue that has no interpretation for good or bad, or right or wrong, or birth or death, or time or space. Everyone has a voice. voice. It is the bastard love child of focus and insanity, a climactic release of emotion and experience, pain and knowledge, and passion and compassion, and anger and longing and life itself. Everyone has a voice. It is the power surge, the wind on the rotors, the flood through the turbines, the electricity pulsing through the power lines that makes all our eyes light up. Everyone has a voice. What does yours sound like?
Yeah!